In this video, I'm going to show you 3 more SEO hacks to improve the SEO of your WordPress website. Welcome to All-in-One SEO. We make SEO easy with our powerful WordPress SEO plugin. Let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is install the All-in-One SEO plugin. If you already have AIOSEO installed, you can skip ahead to the next part of the video using the timestamps below. So let's go ahead and click on Plugins, and then click on the button that says Add New. If you haven't done so already, we're going to want to download the plugin from AIOSEO.com. You're going to go to the Account section, into your Download area, and click the big green button that says Download AIOSEO. And if you don't have an account already, you should be able to create one pretty easily. So back on the Plugins page of your WordPress website, we're going to go ahead and click the Upload Plugin button, and then click Choose File, and choose the plugin file that you just downloaded. And then click the Install Now button. After the plugin installs, click the blue button that says Activate Plugin. After the plugin installs and is activated, the AIOSEO setup wizard will pop up automatically. We have another video that walks you through these steps, and I highly encourage you to go through that wizard because it will just set up your whole website for success as far as your SEO efforts go. But for now, we're going to head back to the dashboard. And then if you scroll on down the page and click the link, there's a space for us to enter our All-in-One SEO Pro license key. Back on our AIOSEO account, which you can find at AIOSEO.com/account, make sure you're on the Downloads tab, and then next to where it says License Key, if you click on the icon, it will copy out our All-in-One SEO Pro license key. And then we're going to paste the license key into the license key field, click Connect, and that's it. All-in-One SEO Pro is activated on this website. If you want to be doubly sure, you can go ahead and click the blue Save Changes button. And then we're going to scroll up and click on the dashboard link, just so we're all on the same page. So now that we've got All-in-One SEO installed, one of the biggest hacks we can implement is to use AIOSEO's built-in TruSEO on-page SEO analysis. So I'll show you that right now. We're going to head on over to the Posts section of our website. And I'm going to scroll down to this post called, What are the top 5 best SEO plugins? So if we look over on the top right-hand side of this page, we can see this All-in-One SEO button here, and it's got our TruSEO score right on the button. This post is scoring a 73 out of a 100. 100 would be a perfect score. So if I click on that button, knowing that score of 73 is pretty awesome, but the real power of this is that All-in-One SEO will show you the exact steps you need to take to improve that score. So if I click on the first item here, General, we can see in Basic SEO, we have 4 errors. So if I open that up, we can see our meta description length is too long, our content length is too short, there's no internal or external links. If I click on Readability, there's no images in the content of this page, there's not enough transition words, or in this case, no transition words, and there's too many consecutive sentences starting with the same word. So what's really cool about this is I can fix any one of these items on my post here, or your page. It works the same way on a page or a post, and this will update in real time. So if I fix the content length right now, this will change from a red X to a green check mark, and it should bump our score up a little bit. Right now our score is 73. This is just a demo page, obviously has demo content here, so I'm just going to copy this and just paste this paragraph down a few more times to add some length to our content. So as you can see, content length now has a green check mark, and we've bumped our score up. Not much, but we've bumped it up a little bit from a 73 to a 74. We have lots of other YouTube videos on this channel that dive into how to address all of these issues, your description length, internal and external links. So I'm not going to show you all of this in this video, but I just want to show you the power of the TruSEO score, and more importantly, the recommendations we have here on how you can fix those things. So it's just an awesome built-in checklist right in the WordPress editor, right where you're empowered most to take action and edit your content to fix these SEO items. As always, remember to click the blue update button when you're done making changes to save your changes. The second big SEO hack you can use is to take advantage of all-in-one SEO's built-in Robots.txt editor. Make sure your robots file is up to speed and Google can properly index your website. So I'm going to click this icon to head back on over to the All Posts section. And then on the All-in-One SEO menu on the left, I'm going to click on the link that says Tools. And make sure you're on the first tab here, the Robots.txt editor tab. And if you want to open your Robots.txt file and just take a look at it, you can click that blue button, open it up. I'm going to expand the text here so you can read it. The line I'm highlighting here says disallow WP-admin. This is very common with WordPress websites. It's instructing the search engines not to index the admin section of your website. I'm going to close out of this window. Below that big blue Open Robots button, make sure you have the toggle switch next to Enable Custom Robots.txt. Make sure you have that toggle switch flipped into the on position if you want to customize this. So we can see the first line is for that WP admin folder. I'll explain how this works. The first column here is user agent, so you could speak just to Google, just to Bing, just to DuckDuckGo, just to Baidu. But if you use the asterisk symbol, it applies to all user agents. So most of the time, we're going to want to use the asterisk and communicate our directive to all search engines. The second column is the directive itself. We're saying disallow, and you can also say allow. We're saying disallow the WP admin folder. So I'm going to add a new rule by clicking the button that says Add Rule. I'm going to say this applies to all search engines by using the asterisk. I'm going to say disallow. And we're going to pretend that within my website, I also have a company intranet. It lives outside the firewall because I have remote employees, but I don't want the general public to be able to access the company intranet. So we're going to say that whole company intranet lives in a folder called intranet. So I'm just going to type that folder name in here, /intranet/. So that rule has been added, but the customization has not been saved yet. So if I scroll back up, click the blue button that says Save Changes, I've now saved that change, and we're telling the search engines not to index my company intranet. So you can do this with any folder. If you have a folder of images that shouldn't be indexed, you could put that name in here as well. I'm going to add another rule. I'm going to tell, again, all of the search engines to clean parameters. So these are two other directives that are available. Allow and disallow are pretty self-explanatory. Whether you want to index a certain folder, you would say allow. If you don't want that folder to appear anywhere in search, you would say disallow. Clean parameter will take parameters off the end of your URL. So if you were a store, for example, and you sold t-shirts and shorts, you were a clothing store, maybe every size variation of your shirt generates its own URL, and you don't want that because you don't want 5 different versions of a black t-shirt to show up in search. So what you could do is say clean parameter. You know that parameter is called size, and we could add that rule and it'll take the parameter size off of those URLs. To delete a rule, simply click the trash can icon and you can remove the rule. I'm going to add another rule here. Again, I'm going to target all of the search engines. I want to show you the fourth directive on this list, which is crawl delay. And I'm going to put in a value of 120. The unit is seconds, so that's saying I want to have a crawl delay of 120 seconds. And what this does is communicate to the search engines that crawl your website, to their crawlers, also known as spiders, that you want it to slow down. You want to have a 2-minute delay between crawls here. If you have a small website, this is probably not going to be much of an issue. But depending upon the size of your website, if you have a larger website, those long crawls could consume a significant amount of bandwidth. So if your server logs are telling you that you're running out of bandwidth or your users are reporting that they're getting a bad user experience and a slow loading website and you know it's not something else, it could definitely be worth putting in a crawl delay here. And this isn't saved yet. I've just added the rules to my robots.txt file using the awesome all-in-one SEO robots.txt file editor. Makes this super simple, much easier than hand coding it yourself. And when you're hand coding this here, you have to have the syntax perfect. So if you'd accidentally put in a semicolon here instead of a colon, it could break the whole thing, and maybe the search engines would not listen to the directives in your robots.txt file. So That's why it makes more sense a lot of times to use something like our Robots.txt editor. The third SEO hack you can use is to take advantage of All-in-One SEO's SEO access controls. So let's head on over to the General Settings menu item under the All-in-One SEO menu, and then we're going to click on the tab up top that says Access Control. So All-in-One SEO adds 2 new roles to your WordPress website, SEO Manager and SEO Editor. The first thing I want to mention is you don't have to change any of these settings. The default settings here are very good, as they are throughout the All-in-One SEO plugin. Most people don't need to change anything, but of course we give you control to customize these settings to your liking. So the first role is Editor, and every role has a description of what kind of access they have to All-in-One SEO. So if I just look at the Editor role as an example, we can see here that it's telling us by default editors have access to SEO settings for general settings, search appearance, social networks, and redirects, as well as all the settings for individual pages and posts. That's going to be good for most people, but if you don't want to use the default settings, you can untoggle that switch and you could customize this to your liking. So you could give your editors access to sitemap settings, redirect settings, tools, the setup wizard. I'm going to leave everything here alone and just use the default settings. The other thing that's really cool is those 2 new roles that I mentioned, the SEO Manager and SEO Editor. So if your organization is large enough to have hired someone specifically to work on the SEO of your website, you could assign them the SEO Manager role. Again, if I untoggle the switch, I can look at all the default settings we have here. They're granted access to almost everything. They don't have access to social network settings. If you want them to have that, you can click that checkbox and turn that on. You could give them access to everything from an SEO perspective. Again, I'm just going to use the default settings here. You don't see administrator here because the admin of your WordPress website has access to everything. So we don't give you the ability to customize that. And even if we did, they're the admin. They have access to everything. They could always change it back. So that's why admin does not appear in this list. As always, if you've made any changes here, go ahead and click the big blue Save Changes button so that your changes are saved. I want to show you one other place that these 2 new roles appear. If we head on over to the User menu, and I'm going to click on my user Bob here to edit him. We have a roles section here. So we have your typical subscriber, contributor, author, editor. I have shop manager, I think, because I have WooCommerce running. But as you can see, we have these 2 new roles, SEO editor and SEO manager. So when you add a new user to your WordPress website, right from the get-go, you could assign them the role of editor or manager right here. And once again, click the blue button, update user, to save those changes. So those are 3 more SEO hacks to improve the SEO of your WordPress website. If you don't already have our awesome all-in-one SEO plugin installed, we've got a link to it in the description below this video. It can help you out with the task in this video, as well as many other SEO jobs that you might have to do on your WordPress website. If you click on this next video right here, I'll show you 3 more ways to improve the SEO of your WordPress website. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips and tricks on how to use our easy and powerful WordPress SEO plugin, All-in-One SEO.